Hi, everybody. I'm going to give you a few points that I'd like to make on Silver Serenade, and I have not checked out your answers to, or I guess your submissions to this. So if I'm echoing any of your points, then great. If I'm contradicting any of your points, I hope that we can check it out and kind of go back and forth on it. And if I'm picking up stuff that maybe you guys didn't catch or maybe you didn't think was important, I just want to at least express why I think they're important to this particular tune. And as with everything, I'll relate them back to the modules that Dennis set up in our course design. Getting, I guess, some of the basic stuff out of the way. Form on this one AB, and it's 16 bars, right? So using the Jamie that you guys have, you'll see the first 8 bars, the second 8 bars down here, different melody, different chords, so 2 isolated sections. The other thing that's, I guess, a visual reference, is seeing the double bars as well to help delineate form. And not that that's always going to be the case, but if a publisher or if a composer self-publishing and they're putting in double bars, that's a really good indication that that's an intended break in whatever section or whatever form you're looking for. And when you're playing big band charts, it's the same way, where you see like rehearsal markings and all that. So anyway, I see this as a 16 bar tune with the form being AB. The biggest thing that gets me with this chart and with this tune is going to be, I'm not sure if you want to call this module 2-4 for breaks and other devices, or under, which one is it, 3-2, the one that's called Groove Styles and Feels. I guess maybe that one, 3-2. I mean, I don't really care if you guys reference these to a module in your own analysis, but I guess for my sake, just to reference the specific videos that Denny put out, just to use those as a guide, I'll tie it into that one. This chart never opens up to 4. It stays in that 2 feel the whole way through. And each time I listen to this tune, I just want to hear that press roll, bang, ding, 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 and just going straight ahead. And you almost feel like you're fighting a marlin or a tuna when you're playing a chart like this, because there's such motion, even at the end of the tune, right? As you guys can see down here, the opening section, the first 8 bars, everything's 2 bars long from a harmonic perspective. So it has a tendency to be a little bit stagnant, right? It's not quite like a maiden voyage or a So What, but in comparison to the other charts that we've listened to, you should notice that the harmony feels a little bit more lethargic here. It just kind of parks for a minute. But as the chart gets towards the end, you'll see that that's where all the 2 chords per bar start happening. So there's an increase in harmonic rhythm. And along with that, I feel like it brings in a natural sense of wanting to open up and get into straight ahead 4. But again, the chart just kind of keeps pulling you back in and lulls you into that 2 feel the whole way. And I think that's a really interesting device that I learned from this tune, is the ability to kind of pull back the natural emotion of wanting to open up and keep. It's almost like like you're reaching for a piece of candy, but your parents pull you back from it. No, you can't have it yet. You can't have it yet. And it's definitely something that really, really hit me with this tune. So that would be like my biggest point with this, learning that restriction of feel. And again, I'm not suggesting that I know Horace Silver was thinking that way. It could be something very, very different, but that's my interpretation of it. I really feel like it's naturally pulling me one way, and I'm never allowed to get there. That's a great device to keep in your toolbox, along with many other things as well. Module 4-8. Which one is that? Oh yeah, harmonic rhythm. A chord for every 2 bars. So again, the whole concept of the tune just kind of parking, and it allows you to soak in the mode a little bit more than like Mean to Me or Blues for Alice, which was the other one. The harmony's moving much quicker. And on a tune like Mean to Me, you do have the ability to bracket off a little bit, where you can call, the first section, you can pretty much play F major and not get into too much trouble. But as the harmony changes through those 1-6-2-5 progressions, each time you play the note F, it doesn't necessarily sound like the tonic in relation to the chord that you're playing. So, for example, if you're playing on F major 7 and you play the note F, it sounds as the tonic. When you play over it on D minor 7, it sounds like the third of the chord. So the note choice takes on a different melodic context based on the harmony that's underneath of it. This is a different example, in my opinion, because the harmony stays true for 2 full bars. So for those 2 bars, F sharp is going to sound like the 9 on E minor, right? It's not like it's E minor 7, C sharp minor 7 flat 5, F sharp minor 7 flat 5 to B7 dominant, where it would be a 1-6-2-5 in E minor. It's truly E minor the whole way through. So I think that this allows a little bit more exploration of the true mode as opposed to moving diatonic chords around within that mode. Module 4-4, going a little out of order here, the bright to dark harmony. Again, I don't necessarily think that Horace Silver was composing this way, but I do think that the majority of this tune, they're all minor 7th chords pretty much. And then when you get down to the B section here, he's got the 2-5 into B flat major. And this motion by diatonic seconds, this B flat, C minor, D minor, E flat, I mean, that's Lean on Me, right? Bill Withers' Lean on Me, that 1-2-3-4 progression. It has a natural feel of uplifting as the chords are moving up diatonically. And it's really true in B flat major. So because of everything else being minor 7th chords, I do get the sense of uplifting happening, which I'm sure plays into my tendency to want to hear this chart open up into a 4 feel. But I do feel like there's a little bit of a a dark to bright moment happening here, where chord qualities stay the same, but then there's an instance of brightness coming from maybe the use of different modes or different key centers. Module 5-4 is the last one, and this is note choice based on the chord at the moment. And this is a study in the 9th on a minor 7th chord, right? E minor, F sharp is the melody note. B flat minor, C. A minor, B natural, F, E flat. So there's a true tendency on exploring how the 9 sounds, and that's the sustained note. Same thing right here. He starts out with the 9, and right here at the end, ending on the 11. It's a good choice to, or I guess I should say, it's a good chance to really distinguish the sound of the 9 from the 11 on the chord, right? You should hear that the melody note, although the harmonic rhythm is the same, or the melodic rhythm is the same, where it sustains over on the upper 4, it should sound contextually different because of it being the 11th here. But this tune in particular really, at least for me anyway, emphasizes the sound of the 9 on a minor 7 chord. So that's what I have on Silver Serenade in relation to the modules that we have. Hope this is helpful, and have a great rest of your day.